So we're going to review It Chapter 2. We've seen, obviously, Chapter 1. Maybe I should, you know what? Let's see. You want to see if it matches what we were thinking about it? Reception?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to read this or me? You're faster
Sure.
reader than I am. Which one? Box office or critical response?
Rotten Tomatoes 63%, 6.13 out of 10. Website critical consensus. It Chapter 2 proves bigger. Doesn't always mean scarier for horror sequels, but a fine cast and faithful approach to the source material keep this follow-up afloat. Metacritic was 58 out of 100. Mixed to average reviews. Cinema score B out of A to F. Definite recommend. For all of Muschietti's visual flourishes and with the greatly talented Bill Skarsgård again delivering a madcap, disturbingly effective, all-in performance as the dreaded Pennywise, It Chapter 2 had a relatively muted impact on me. And somebody else said, the clown is back and the kids have grown up in part 2 of Stephen King's monster novel, which inspires an overlong but suitably scary sequel. Somebody else said, It Chapter 2 can be a sprawling, unwieldy mess, overlong, overstuffed, and full of frustrating detours, but his casting is so spot on, his actors have such a great chemistry, and his monster effects are so deliriously ghoulish that the film keeps you hooked. Let's see. Somebody praised somebody's performance. What a shame then to build this beautiful stage populated with talented actors and high-level craftspeople and then drop them all through the trapdoor of plotting humor and scattershot plotting. Someone said it was well-made and entertaining. And someone else said there was a lack of chemistry between the members of the adult cast and wrote that the film muddles the message of the novel of which it's based. A movie that has no sense of its rules. Okay, so look at here.
People are stupid.
People are stupid. It is 1,000 pages. I'm gonna repeat that. It is 1,000 pages, and that's just it's not exact. There is a lot in it. There is a lot of detail in it. There is no way to put everything in it, but then make it nice and swift in 90 minutes. You can't have something that's full and action-packed and emotional and you laugh and cry and live and die, but then have it in 90 minutes. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The only way to do this and do it justice was to do it the way it was originally and like a 4-part miniseries.
Yep.
So y'all are asking too much, but these stupid Hollywood critics are dumbasses anyway. If you go by them, you wouldn't see any movies. And if you did see movies, you'd be like, man, that was stupid. And they'd be like, oh, it was great. It was the best movie of our time.
It followed the formula that I want to see. It was like that dude said to me. Mm-hmm. It's like when you critique something, you don't do it personal. It's not personal. It is, does this movie contain the elements that a movie should have to make it worth the while of those that would be interested in that genre of movie? You know, I mean, like The Rift, no one should watch that movie. It really, like it. And the thing is, The Rift would have been good for someone that likes a mystery. The problem is, there's no solving it.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with The Rift. There are more plot holes than there are actors in it. So that's why that movie sucks. It, as Sidra said, 1,000-page book. This means this book goes over every individual person. It goes through parts of their daily life. It goes through a lot of nuance, a lot of dialogue, a ton of description, a ton of explanation. It has a lot of that stuff that the movie can't have because people are goldfish. They're just goldfish. It's, I want to see this and I want to see it now and I want to get it over with now but I want to see everything that I want to see in the movie now. And the movie sucked. Why? Because it didn't have all these things. But if it had in there, I would think it was boring.
It's too long. I want everything in it. I want it all. I want it now. I want it short.
People want stuff, and then when they get it, because that's how I monkey paw, you give them what they want, and then they don't like it. I've done it on my wrestling game that I do for my other channel. I gave the people exactly what they wanted, and they didn't like it. People ain't fucking smart.
This chapter, I enjoyed it far better than the first one. The first one, I was left feeling like,
What?
I mean, the dude was scary. They had a lot of jump scares and a lot of really shaky face stuff thing in the first one,
which was hackneyed and boring.
And in the original, the 4-part miniseries, however many parts it was, they didn't have all that special effects shit, and the majority of the time, you didn't need it. The actor, his delivery, he made it scary all on his own.
Yep.
So a lot of the elements they had in the first movie, chapter 1, they didn't put in this one. All that shaky headed shit, which I was glad about.
Because I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that genre, the shaking head and and all this and the loud banging and stuff.
And this did a whole lot better. I liked how they show the individual experiences of each person. After they separated, it had lots of scares in it, lots of oh shit moments. I would be screwed if that happened, and so I think it did well. The story was good. If you're not familiar with the story, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the end.
The ending was good.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King, he made a little bit role in this,
like he likes to,
when it comes to movies that he really likes.
Mm-hmm.
And look, these people were traumatized, so you have to work through their trauma. The movie exposes their trauma. Part 1, what happened? Well, let's slightly go over that, and yet let's explain how they were traumatized. And instead of doing 4 and 5 more chapters explaining about spousal abuse, their lives when they were growing up, what they did while growing up, and all the nuance of crap that happened in school, and all this other stuff that was in the book, instead of going through all of that, let's condense it so that you get the idea. And they do it in a way that hits home for those that have suffered through such a thing. It hits home for those that they wish they could have and didn't. That's what it does. It shows people. It even shows the people who want to be cool and decent. But then society comes in, and now they got to put on the mask and facade and hurt those would-be friends. They showed that in this movie. We could be cool. We could be friends. We could play games and just chill. Yeah, man, that's great. Oh, there's my people. Hey, you suck. Why didn't you tell me there's people that suck here? And all this. It threw a lot of modern social issues in your face. Problem is, that's how it was back then. That's how it was not that long ago. And honestly, in hidden areas, it's like that now. Little hidden areas or mob mentality areas, it's like that. If you don't like the 2 scenes that are anti-homosexual or same-sex or same gender, whichever you want to call it, if you are not happy with those scenes and you think it's too preachy, that's because you're probably a homophobe.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how that goes. You're probably a bigoted bitch anyway. That's why people don't like those scenes, because it exploits their stupidity. And it exploits their stupidity. It is all about fear.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in that town afraid of something.
Mm-hmm. The little girl under the bleachers, she was like, if you were my friend, you wouldn't be in the dark. She made a good decision.
Yep.
She was finna bounce. And then he played on the fact that nobody likes her. They pick on her. You're not going to like my face. And that pulled at her heartstrings because she was that kid.
And when I heard that, I thought, damn, that would have got me. The crying, it would have stopped me. and then he would have said the things, I'd been like, damn, man. Because honestly, when that little girl, what he was saying, that it really strumming my pain with your fingers. That's what was going on. You know, the fat kid, that pulled at me. The girl with the thing on her face, I don't know what it was, but I didn't think it took away from her beauty at all. Mm-mm. But that got to me too. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you know, the nerd and all these other things, all of that, I was there. You know, not only have I gone through my own, but I empathize with those who go through that I haven't had to go through. I'm not a privileged little bitch. I understand that people go through shit. And seeing them go through it, it got to me. So how Pennywise got to them, it was just logical. Mm-hmm. It didn't seem stupid. It didn't seem hackneyed.
Nope.
You know, looking at Pennywise, you could tell this ain't right. But empathy and sympathy, you're like, let me give this person a chance.
And I think these critics, they don't go into the movie as a person.
No, they go into the movie like some dumbass billionaire.
They go in, entertain me, dance puppets.
Is this the way it should be written? Is this how I would do it? Well, this isn't like these other movies that were this grade of stuff. This isn't how others say it should be that are in my circle. So fuck them. That's why I don't listen to those critics. The only critics that matter are those that actually sit down, watch a goddamn movie, and critique it for the movie it is, not compared to other movies. Because that's the dumbest thing you can do, is compare one movie to another. I mean, is this Joker better than the other Joker? You can't say that because they're two different Jokers.
Yep.
There you go. Solves all that shit. So the acting, great. Now, I'll say this. I have to agree with one thing. The lightheartedness at certain points didn't mesh with me. It didn't. The comedy dude, it's almost like he was there to make sure the movie wasn't too grim. And the movie was very grim.
And see, that didn't bother me because that was the character's defense mechanism.
It was a defense, but at the same time, when you go through some shit like this, does that defense really come up? So we don't know. I don't know. It might go into overdrive. I don't know.
It's no different than something brutal happened or something happens and someone starts laughing or they start smiling.
Yeah.
No, it's not a funny smiling situation, but that is what they do.
In this whole movie, there was only one scene that was absolutely funny, and that was the spider head.
Yeah.
And he just, when it runs away, and he's like, okay, he walks away, he goes to his friend, and he looks up and is looking down at him. He's like, oh, there it is. And it just jumped on his face.
Yeah.
Is that a spoiler? Not really, but does it spoil the scene? No.
It's like, of course it's directly above me. Where else would it fucking be?
Yeah. Like, it's so, like, literally he almost broke the fourth wall. Almost. Almost did it. It was a lot. And you get to learn stuff about him and Richie. You get to learn things. You get to learn so much about these kids, now adults. Hell, even Pennywise. Now, honestly, I don't like that things didn't go, you got to see him in his true form thing. Okay, fine. Here's a spoiler. You never see his true form. You never see it. Mm-hmm. And he could have still been making stuff up. And you never got to see it. And the idea is, okay, make them small. How do you make them small? So, I'm not going to spoil that, but I just think the ending was not suited for all the build-up, all the history, all the foreboding and foreshadowing. It did not.
I like that. All the planning, the plotting, the foreshadowing, the build-up.
Yeah, it went to shit.
And then it didn't work.
But it did. But the thing is, if this must take place, this one tiny singular thing must take place, and it don't, then it's like, what? Now, granted, if it goes like this, it didn't go that way because in reality it didn't have to. It was just said to be that way. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I'm like, cool.
And I also like the fact that they were thinking on the fly. It's like,
yeah.
Okay, so we're fucked now. What?
I don't know. We'll figure something out. And they had to figure it out.
I
And
like thinking characters.
thinking characters are good. That's why when you write books, your characters are always thinking characters. They aren't the weak, piddly, terrified, can't do anything. They're not that. Well, not all of them.
Not all of them.
But still, your characters work through shit. They're not typical. That's the one thing why she can't get a book deal with anyone, because her writing is atypical. It is absolutely atypical, which is why I can listen to them over and over again.
You gotta be solution oriented.
Yes. You gotta be solution oriented. Whether you're the good guy or the bad guy, you gotta be solution oriented. And in they were damn sure solution oriented. Even at their greatest doubts, they were solution oriented. I enjoy that. I enjoy, hold up, because this is still new in movies. I still love the fact that a lot of this terror stuff happening in the daytime. I love that. What I don't like is a town full of people with no one ever around.
Yeah. Only time anybody was around was like at the little fair they had. And yeah, it's like it's an empty ass town.
It was just, the movie moved at a nice pace. It kept you going, and there were things in there that I had been afraid of since I was a little kid that they put into this movie and fucked me up. And I'm like, damn it. And literally, as I'm talking, I'm thinking, how the fuck am I going to sleep tonight? I'm taking some NyQuil or something, because that's the only way it's going to happen. And I'm almost afraid because I know how my dreams are exceedingly vivid. Smells, texture, names, things that I read, the time, it's a memory like it actually happened. I ain't gonna be happy if some shit jump off in my dreams tonight. I ain't gonna be happy.
I don't have that misfortune. I'm asleep like a rock.
Yeah, you sleepy now.
It was a good movie. I could watch it again. And that's saying a lot.
I could watch it again, but not alone. Not happening. I ain't bullshitting. I ain't watching the movie alone. I think that I recommend the movie, and you know what? I challenge all of you listening, if anyone listens, because no one seems to listen to our reviews. But read the critics' responses yourself. Go to other sites and read the responses. Watch the movie and judge if it matches. Not if, well, they're a critic, they know stuff, so it must be true.
Look, y'all, anybody in the road with authority don't know shit.
Yeah, if having authority meant you knew something, then what the fuck?
Take that shit to heart, man. They don't know shit.
They don't. Don't call me sir. I work for a living. Mine is, don't call me sir. I care about people. That's what I think. Don't call me sir. I care about people. So I say watch it, judge it for yourself. And I think you probably come out the same way we are. Like, it was a good movie. The effects were amazing. All right, they were amazing. It was believable. It was good. It didn't look cheesy, choppy, or nothing.
Nope.
It looked spot on. Everything blended well. There was that one transition. You had to rewind it for me to see it. That was probably one of the best transitions from one scene. Yeah, from one scene to another in movie history. It was awesome. So, I don't really have anything else to say.
Yeah, that's it.
I just want y'all to check it out. See how you like it. Leave your comments down below if you saw it, what you thought about the movie or whatnot. And, hey, if you want, pick a movie that we could all, watch, or you probably have seen it. We could do a review on it together or something like that. I know our reviews ain't all, we get into the character's name and then the actor's name and the producer's name and go over. No.
Who gives a shit? Do they know who we are? No.
I like to speak on it from a fan's point of view. We're watching the movie, speak on the movie point of view, and then speak on how the critics feel about it to how we feel about it. Because I don't want to go. It seems stalkery to be like, yeah, the way this real person's name did this acting and his character of this, and no, that just seems stalkery to me. I just call it out as it is. So, That's it. So we got nothing left. So this has been Cedric and Sidra for CR Reviews, reviewing It Chapter 2. And yeah, I think we did Chapter 1. So long time coming, I guess. But
We did?
yeah, I think we did Part 1. And if we didn't, well.
Yeah, we did. We weren't doing reviews back then. It's been like 3-4 years.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, Part 1 wasn't worthy of review anyway. Part 1 was a build-up, so you got to keep that in mind.
You can do a build-up. Well, they just didn't.
You know, we got a better writer and stuff. No, we weren't doing
I
reviews
don't
then.
know.
We weren't doing reviews.
It seemed like they got a better writer. I don't know, but this one's better.
Yeah, much better writer. Yeah. I don't like goodbyes, so it takes me a while to get out. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, please leave your comments down below and all that stuff. Well, Cedric and Sidra, CR Reviews, It Chapter 2. Remember, tinyurl.com/CRbanking. Threw that in real quick. Thank you for listening.